15 past 11, it's quarter past 11 on 96 Buzz FM. Thank you very much, Mark O'Brien. Definitely joining you again tomorrow, same time. But right now, it's Kizzy Show, morning show with Kizzy. We've got the beautiful youth from Vanuatu. They're joining us, and because they've been working hard, very hard, a couple of weeks, a couple of months ago, some couple of years ago, helping out the youth and helping out people in communities to understand how we can, protect our environment, our space, our natural space. So we are talking about these two young fellas. I begin with Mary Siro. Mary Siro, a well-known name because she's not only a youth from Vanuatu, but she went as far as in England last year, and she got a Queen's Award as a young leader as a volunteer helping out the youth in Vanuatu. And also we've got Ken Andrew. He's also one of the active member from the Natongtong Theatre Group some years ago, and still has a youth leader in his community at Erako Road, Off Road, or Erako Bridge. Good morning and welcome to 96 Buzz FM, Ken and Mary.
Good morning, thank you.
And now I understand that with your role as a youth and helping out those information, the focus that you are working on is more to do with plastic, and we can see plastic everywhere around in Vanuatu, but mainly in Port Vila as the main hub of plastics. And the idea of getting into that comes from one of the organizations, but how you get that message across to community or youth in your areas of residence?
Okay, let me start it. I'm an actor. I'm an ex-actor, and at the Natongtong Theatre Group. And a long time ago, it was really, really beautiful. The community looks nice and beautiful, and the sea was calm, and the salt water looks glass. You can look through. Mm-hmm. But at the moment from now, just 3 years later, I can find out that plastics floating like. There's no space for fish, only plastics following them roll right up to the lagoon, and when the current turns back, and there are plastics floating back. So from there we start to think, we might better start to talk about plastic bags and pick them up, and because this is not our nature. This one comes from somewhere. Mm. Yeah.
And how are you involved in this, Mary?
Okay. So since I was a little girl and back to the island, I learned a lot from my
which
parents.
Which
island? I'm from Pentecost, South Malekula, but I based in Malekula when I grew up there. Mm-hmm. So I started to learn how to have a passion to look after the environment. And with my dad, we did a lot of work to clean up the mess for the people in the community. So there I start to think about, and then I forget about the environment. I forget about the plastic and everything because I do different things. Yes. And then last year I start to realize that the Port Vila of Vanuatu is getting like dirty with lots of rubbish. So I start to bring back the memory when I was little girl.
Yes.
Then I start to search from somebody who have the same passion like me.
Okay.
And then I want to work with the community. I want to work with the people who have the same passion, so we can do that. We can help Vanuatu to clean up the rubbish and to help people to understand why plastic is not good for our health and also the environment. Yeah.
So that's why you people created the zero plastic.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So
how does it come?
I met Carlos.
Yes.
So, and then when I share with him my passion, and then he said, "Oh yes, I clean up rubbish at the lagoon, so you can come and join me." And
Wow.
I have David and Ken there, so we can work together to do something different to help people from record bridge community. And also not only a record, but all Vanuatu.
And now, when we talk about all these rubbish that you collect every day at the lagoon or Erako Lagoon, is it the rubbish done by the community at the Erako Bridge, or it's everywhere? People from Port Vila,
everywhere,
they dump
people
their
from
rubbish there.
People from everywhere. Everywhere they dump
Because
rubbish
you know
there.
the current when the high
They comes the current, like the sea comes up, and
Yes.
and the low level
the low-
and the
low
go
current.
back and the
Low tide and high tide, yes.
high tide, yeah. So
And so, what is your daily task?
Our daily task is I built the canoe.
Okay.
I built the canoe, and we met Carlos one day. So the first time I met Carlos, it was we already started picking up rubbish. 1.5 years. Then
Yeah.
later I met Carlos.
Yes.
And then it was at the same time we have Vanuatu have the Environment Week. So
last year,
that was last year.
yeah.
So we decided we have to talk. So then it was the last day on Friday. So we went up there. We have no name in the program. I'm sorry, but it's okay. We have to push. So we fight very hard. So they allow us to speak.
Including
And so on that day, everybody talks about, Vanuatu is good. Everything comes back and everything is well. But the last speech is ours. I just step up there and I say, we all talk about good, but no one talk about rubbish. I'm here to say that we are all rubbish. Because all the fish you eat in the ocean, they came in the lagoon to
Yes.
birth the eggs and the little fish. And they all filled up with plastics and stay freeze, all this up in the lagoon, get fat of it. Nappies and all
Yeah.
those, and then they went down to the open ocean and they cut them there, sell them in the supermarket on the streets with eskies, and the markets, local markets, and there you buy fish. You think it was good, but it was not good. It was not safe.
So, what is your message exactly to the youth and the people residing at your community?
The message is we all now looking at Vanuatu, we are not safe. So we need some help. We need everyone. We are all youth. Even though you are young or you are old, we are all youths. We need help from each other. You don't be able to, there's only municipality there, they're going to pick up rubbish, not ours, not our business.
So, rubbish is everybody's
Rubbish
business.
is everybody's business.
Yeah.
Now, your daily routine is like you as a volunteer, you go around the whole lagoon to pick up all the rubbish,
Yeah.
Mary?
Yeah, I pick up rubbish with Carlos, and also I joined the environment day last year. So I was one of the
A volunteer?
an
Organizer?
Yeah.
Yes.
the
Organizer,
Department
yes.
of Environment and Tourism, Ministry of Tourism.
Yeah, Minister Johnson.
And yes, so I helped them to organize the lagoon cleanup last year, and I pick up rubbish also in Takape because I live there. I live
Yeah.
in Takape, so I pick up rubbish in the rivers.
No, Ken and Mary, just a young youth from Fate here. Now, when you talk about this, voluntary, you're doing this,
Yes.
right? Because you don't receive any pay, you don't
No,
receive
no.
any help. But would you like to have some help from organizations that,
We-
maybe people can come up in a one weekly cleanup or a monthly cleanup?
Yes,
Yes.
we really need help. We really need help. For us to understand is, like, we go to the both places. The last year we do a big cleaning at the Eroko, starting from the Eroko Island,
Yes.
joining with the community out down there at Eroko Island, and then we move up to the number 2 lagoon,
So that's heading to Empton Lagoon.
Empton Lagoon.
Yeah.
We end up there and we just do only once. But the only thing is we really try hard. We have no sponsor, we have no help. We do it just with the youths back in the communities. So we just help each other freely, and then from the supportings from the environment and tourism, and so
So you really want to have a clean lagoon because this
Yeah.
is a place where you source your food. I mean,
You're
the
right.
shellfish and
Yes.
fishes and all these stuff. But because of the heavy polluting that
Yeah.
is happening, you don't want to see that.
Right.
So what I like to say is to the people in Port Vila or everywhere in Vanuatu, I don't know if somebody get online with this radio, I would like to say it's the responsibility for each person to look after the environment and start to say no to plastic, start to say no to plastic and start to use, start to pick up rubbish. Not if we don't need the sponsors to give the money to the organizations or to the
But
small
being responsible.
being
Yeah.
responsible
Yes,
for
being
the
responsible,
environment
yes.
yourself.
All right.
If we don't have money, then you need to start pick up rubbish
All right.
and start to keep the rubbish in the right place.
All
That's
right.
it.
You're
Yeah.
listening tonight to Buzz FM. These two youth from Port Vila, especially at the Erako Bridge, and one from Takabe. But they work together to give awareness to residents, not only in Port Vila, but residents in Vanuatu about zero plastic. And the good news that the government of Vanuatu has announced a couple of weeks and couple of months ago that Vanuatu, starting from this year, we will cease using plastic bags and plastic containers and all these stuff. But we'll be back, all right? We'll be back after these commercials, and we talk more with Ken Andrew and Mary Siro from the Ministry of Youth and Sports. But she is a big volunteer for Zero Plastic in Vanuatu and also a resident and a leader at the Erako Bridge, Ken Andrew. Stay tuned to Buzz FM. Well, hope your car's not jumping anywhere around in Port Vila because it's lunchtime now. Yeah, slow traffic, very slow traffic. So occupy yourself, not occupy, but equip yourself with patience. I always want to say that, equip yourself with patience because patience is the one that you need now while traveling around in Port Vila with this very slow traffic. 11:30 on 96 Buzz FM. And now we are still in the studio talking to Ken Andrew from Erako Bridge, Erako Half Road, and one of the pioneer, a pioneer and also a leader, youth leader at that area. Try to get the information going through to communities and youth and everybody residing on Efate or any other islands in Vanuatu to mind of plastic. And the theme is Zero Plastic in Vanuatu. And also, young Mary Siro, last year she received one of the Queen's Awards as one of the leader in youth, help out in different activities that improve the lives of youth in on Efate and different islands of Vanuatu. And she was awarded. And I talked to her last year, the year before, 2016. Regarding the award, and she's again working for the Ministry of Youth and Sports, but as a volunteer for this Zero Plastic in Vanuatu. Now, welcome back to second discussions here, Ken and Mary. Now, we talk about the messages that you want to carry out, put it out there for youth and communities to know about the danger of using plastic and the danger of plastic to our environment. Now, what are the alternatives that you also put it out to the communities to know about anything that can help out instead of using plastic bags?
Thank you. May I talk a little bit about that? In the community, we're trying to speak out and to let the people know that we are local. We are Melanesian people. We can use all our native cultures, customs like weaving basket. You can take it to go shopping and put things inside your basket and take it back home, which is good. And when it gets old, and it can't pollute you. It is your natural basket. It comes out from the leaves, from the coconut leaves. So
they rot
yeah, they are
naturally.
rotten and come back to compost. And we are
Good for environment.
Yeah.
You can reuse it every day.
So, like plastic bags, you can't cover up a plastic bag with a banana stamp and plant it. It won't grow. So plastic, it is useless. It can't help us. You can't put it in plastic bag when you burn it.
And it can be in there in a soil for many years, hundreds of years.
Yeah. So there, it is a big thing to come back to our normal sense that we have to come back to our natural.
Okay.
We have to come back to natural ways, that we can find simple ways in our natural ways that can help us to keep our life longer. Because plastics, now in the hospitals, kids up to old people, they get asthma. That is a sickness that comes out from plastic. If we don't know, I've already searched in the hospital and I asked the doctor, what's the problem with asthma? The people used to boil noodle with plastic containers and give them to the kids to eat. They say fast to cook.
And use the plastic to make
Fast
a fire.
food, more fast food than fast death.
Fast death.
Something like that.
Yeah. So
So this is your message to the community, that now that it's time for us now to stop using plastic and then go back to our natural
Yes.
ways
Natural
of
ways.
using our baskets. We've
Yes.
got different baskets in Vanuatu from one island to another.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was good. They will look nice. But
So what is how you emphasize that to the people, because plastic is so easy, you just go there and then you take it from a shopping place, a store, but for us to get back to our baskets, it's a bit hard. It's no longer a habit for us, but how you can train and how we can put it back to the communities that make it as a habit.
that's the idea. I would like to say thank you to George Combo and No Plastic Bag. They can go around and they're giving out bags that we're very good.
Okay, different
So-
organization.
Yeah.
There's Bastien,
And-
Yeah.
Suzanne Bastien.
Yeah.
Suzanne Bastien Foundation, sorry. And also we have Alliance Française with Georges
Yes.
Combo and Marcel and Maria Malao.
And also,
And then now you've got Zero Plastic with
Yeah.
Carlos and Mary and Ken and others.
Yes.
and something happening in the Alliance Française now with the exhibition. They sell some bag to help if anyone want to pay.
Okay,
can
those
go
are from
there.
the Active
Yeah.
Association.
Yeah, and also the mamas in the market, they sell some nice bag, island bag. You can go and get one for using
Okay.
for the old. Yeah.
So the idea now, it's for us, like the government of Vanuatu has put a time frame, all right, up till the month of June.
June, yeah.
For all the grocery shops, all the shops around in Port Vila to get rid of the container, the takeaway containers, and some other plastic bags. But how we go along of using other method, because I understand that you're preaching that message to the youth and the communities, and you want the people in Vanuatu to
Yeah.
recognize that.
Yeah.
But I understand also that there is some planning ahead, that you people are involved with the Ministry of Youth and Sports.
yeah.
So give us information about that.
So we try to find out a way to solve this problem about the takeaway box, because the takeaway box will be banned too. It's already banned, but it will be like disappear. So we need to find another way to
To keep our food, to take our
yeah.
food.
So we come up with that idea to made a machine.
Okay,
To
you're
build a
not,
machine.
you're not
So
going to build a machine.
We're
but
gonna
somebody,
build a machine. Sorry. So we're gonna build a machine,
You're
and that
not going
machine.
to build a machine, but somebody else will build a machine.
sorry.
But
Yeah.
you're going to introduce that in Vanuatu.
So we're gonna
okay,
we work with the VIT.
all right.
The
You work
VIT.
with
So the
VIT.
VIT is the one we're gonna build the machine. So that machine is for the leaf plate, and then
Also, it's going to be locally
Yeah,
built.
it's
Locally built.
It's not going
No,
to be
no, no, no.
imported.
no, it's locally made
Okay, so
from
the students from VIT will
They-
build
yes.
this machine.
yes.
And all right, funded by the Ministry
The
of
Ministry
Youth
of
and
Youth and
Sports,
Sports, yeah, the
in
government.
Vanuatu, the government of
Yes.
Vanuatu, with the help of a Canadian fund.
Canadian
yeah.
fund, yes.
And-
Hopefully.
but it's in the process.
Yes.
It's in the
Yes.
process.
Yes.
Now, what will the machine do?
This machine we're gonna the VIT, with the help of an engineer from the water industry, it will be helping us with the VIT to build the machine. It was a simple machine to build the takeaway plate box, and then also we can build the,
What
sometimes
kind of takeaway plate or box? Because we
takeaway
just want
box.
to get rid of these boxes. So
Yeah, we're gonna-
made of what?
the machine, we're gonna build it. The plates are, we're gonna build them out from the trunk of the
Pump.
pumps.
The
Okay.
leaf,
The-
it's not the leaf, but
Okay,
know,
the trunk
yeah.
of the palm tree.
Sometimes we can call it like the blanket.
Or the
blanket,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, the écorce. I
Yeah,
mean, in
that's
French,
it.
it's the écorce.
Voila.
So I don't know how to say that in English.
Yes.
That's it. Yes.
So the skin, I think.
Yeah, the
skin,
of
yeah.
the palm tree.
Uh-huh.
So they're going to produce
Yeah.
the takeaway box.
and it's more
natural
quality,
takeaway
and
box.
it's naturally, and it's more quality more than the takeaway box.
All right.
It's
now,
very strong.
have you seen one already, or
Yes. So
you've seen one already?
I've
That-
seen one already, but in the internet, and I see the other one is the bamboo one. They
use it on
during
the Fund 17.
Fund 2017.
Okay.
And it's more, yeah.
All right. So when are we going to expect this machine, and when are we going to expect these natural made food containers and plates?
Okay, this machine will be built, should be finished before June,
Yes.
and the plates will be started to be working on it maybe on May or June.
Yeah.
So
To
meaning
start.
that
And they say
what
it take 3
organization
weeks to build the machine.
now what organization is going to distribute all these in different eating outlets in Port Vila or in Vanuatu to
So
use
we're
all
gonna
these natural stuff?
That's good. That's the idea that comes out from the community of Erico Bridge. We decide that, and we talk a lot about that. We say it is much better for us in Vanuatu to build a machine rather than to order the machine come from the other place. So when the machine gets bankrupt, we have to get someone from other country, buy a big money to come over
Okay.
and buy him another big money to fix the machine.
Okay,
It is much
to
better.
build it in Vanuatu
We
to
build
understand
it
the needs
to
of
understand every
Vanuatu.
problem,
Okay.
and when it gets crushed, we build it.
All right.
Yeah.
We
And now,
do
when we
already.
talk about all these, this is, I mean, a good thing, incentive already from the youth from Erico Bridge, and also Carlos and the others that are helping out in this program, which is Zero Plastic in Vanuatu. So we begin with Erago Lagoon, right, to Empton Lagoon, and we want to have this as a good example to any other islands in Vanuatu, so that all the residents, the youth, people in Vanuatu to learn from us and to adopt that in their environment. And now, when we talk about this, is something that you involve youth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, we involve all the youths. We already started with the rapids picking up in the sea, and then we always already asked the environment. They help us with a big garbage bin, and we built it by ourselves with help from Mary. So the garbage bin is already there, and we organize all the environment. They told us, they help us to as recycles came over to pick up the tins and irons, and at the Erico Bridge community, the youths are there deciding that if they don't pick up the plastic bottles, we may start another thing. Thinking of is maybe we can boil coalder, cook some coalder out of from plastic, but not now. That's our
Okay.
future plan. So
Okay, this is a future plan.
yeah,
right.
so then we're still continuing in that, and that's why we're thinking of this machine. We have to build it, and if we can build it, and the machine will be down there at Erico Beach, and if the sponsors, government and everywhere, whoever want to sponsor, and the machine will be not only there. We can build lots of machines, put them back in the communities around the islands also, to help the youths out there, to give them vatu, so they can make plates, sell them to
Okay, make
to the town, yeah.
help out in the local
in the-
economy.
economic, yeah.
And
that's it.
now, Ken and Mary, just so we end up our talk today, you're cleaning up at the lagoon. Is it daily cleanup that involve everybody, the residents, or only your member of your group?
Okay, for that I can say that it is not daily cleaning up because we got no money to buy people to clean up every day. So we have to take some times, and then we organize times that we can move from Miracle Town to Takape, and we clean up there, and then we organize another day that we can get back to Miracle and clean up there.
But the good example, some of the young people from Eracor Beach, they
They're
do it
continuing
individually
every day.
Every day.
Every day now.
Yeah.
Every day now.
And even they put
We show a
kind
big
of
net.
net, and they put it on the
we come
sea
up with
to
a
just
big
cut.
idea that we show a big net, and it's like a thrift net, like fishing boats. They do it. They pull a
Yes.
big basket net to collect any kinds of fish,
Yeah.
and we made a big net like that, and we
Just
watch
to
just to
catch.
pick up the rubbish.
Wow.
Yeah. Then we use the net with the current. When the current goes up, the rubbish travels the other side, and when the currents come back, the rubbish travels on this side. So we pull out the net, and it's like a big basket. Every rubbish gets inside.
So all your rubbish, you dump them at ETA's dumping site?
We pick
When
them
we
up,
collect them?
We pick them ashore, and then we select them, like leaves
Okay.
and all those, we can pan them. And then the other things like tins, because the first time we started to do things like recycle didn't came over.
Recycle, yeah.
So then we wash the tins back in the sea for easy to get rust quickly, and then we dig holes and pile them. Put them
Okay,
inside
but
them.
now you're not doing it anymore
We're not doing
now
anymore now
you've
because
got
we
to-
already have the big garbage bin there.
Okay, and then the recycle is also
Yes.
helping out in this area.
Uh-huh.
And you can use rubbish to make money, like
I mean, recycle.
recycle.
I mean, yes.
And it's
And
not
then you
only
get money out
recycle.
from-
If you go to one small pack and you can find you can attend a workshop or the training for make some basket out of plastic.
Now, what is your message to the youth and residents of not in your community but throughout Vanuatu to recognize the activities of youth and to recognize the importance of living in a safe environment?
My message is like this. For me, Ken, I would like to say, if you can talk your language, you can understand what your culture is, and learn your culture. Learn how to wave your basket, hang your basket on your shoulder, and take it for your shopping, and then bring it back home. And then for the plastic bags and all these tins and all these irons, give them to the recycle. If we not sell them, just put them on the road, call the recycle. They're always free. They're willing to come and pick it up. And then with the plastic bottles, the ASU pure water is already there and willing to pay 5 fatu for one plastic bottle. Thank you.
So for me, I would like to say, I already say, being responsible for yourself to look after our environment. And also the parents, they need to teach their child how to put the rubbish in the right place, not throw it anywhere. Oh, say no to plastic. That's mean say no to noodles, say no to twisties, say no to lollies and everything, and go back to our local food to reduce the number of plastic. Oh, for youth, rubbish is money. You can go there if you don't have job. Create something out of plastic and get money for your living.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Mary Siro, Youth Officer within the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and also a volunteer for Zero Plastic in Vanuatu, especially at the Erako Lagoon. And of course, we've got Ken Andrew as a pioneer and also a youth leader within Erako Bridge, leading up in this program of Zero Plastic, that we have to keep our environment clean and say no to plastic and go back to our natural ways of living, of having our local basket to do your shopping or carry your shopping. Thank you very much for joining me on 96 Bus FM. And
Thank
again,
you.
all the
Thank you.
best in the good work task that you are providing to our communities and helping out, and also being a president to the not youth from your communities, but also youth throughout Vanuatu.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.